Hello, everyone. This is Tammy, and I am here to read from Joseph Murphy's book, Psychic Perception. All right, so I'm going to be reading from Extrasensory Perception in Your Subconscious. Wait, I guess this is chapter 8. Yep, I remember that too. Okay, I think this is where I'm at. 8. How extrasensory perception reveals answers in dreams. The Bible says, I, the Lord, subconscious mind, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. There are numerous references in the Bible to dreams, visions, revelations, and warnings given to men during sleep. Your subconscious mind is active 24 hours a day and never sleeps. The Bible points out that Joseph was amazingly accurate in his analysis of the dreams of Pharaoh, and that his mental acumen and sagacity in predicting the future through the interpretation of dreams brought him praise, honor, and recognition by the king. Dreams have captivated scientists, scholars, mystics, and philosophers down through the ages. Many answers to man's most acute problems have been given in dreams. Since biblical days, various interpreters and expositors in every country have been engaged in the analysis and interpretation of the dreams. Freud, Jung, Adler, and many other distinguished psychologists or psychiatrists have studied the symbols portrayed in dreams, and by interpreting the meaning to the conscious mind of the patient have released hidden phobias, fixations, and other mental complexes. Your dreams are projections of the contents of your subconscious mind, and in many instances they answer your problems and warn you regarding investments, journeys, and marriage, as well as pitfalls of daily living. Your dream is a dramatization of your subconscious mind, and it's not fatalistic. You mold, fashion, all right. The meaning of symbols in your dreams. The symbols which appear in your dreams are personal and apply to each individual only. The same symbol appearing in the dream of a friend or other member of your family may have completely different meanings. The dream reveals a small fortune in dollar bills. I once had a telephone call from a woman in New York City stating that her husband had told her prior to his demise that he planned to take a large sum of money from his private safe and invest it in a foreign country for greater returns. A few days later he passed on, and when the safe deposit box in the bank was opened, there was no cash, but there was a record at the bank that 2 days previously he had visited the vault. There was no trace or record of any investment, and the minute inspection of his desk revealed no clues. I suggested to her that she turn her request over to her subconscious mind, which knew the answer, and that it would reveal the answer to her in its own way. prayed as follows prior to sleep. My subconscious knows where my husband secreted that money, and I accept the answer and believe implicitly the solution will come clearly into my conscious mind. She quietly dwelled on the meaning of these words, knowing they would impress on her subconscious, thereby activating its response. She had a very vivid dream in which she saw a small black box hidden behind a picture of Lincoln on the wall in her husband's workroom, which could not be seen with the naked eye. When she awakened, she rushed to the room, took down the picture of Lincoln, and when she pressed the button revealed in the dream, an opening appeared containing the black box, which in turn contained 50,000 in currency. She discovered the treasures of her subconscious, which knows all, sees all, and has the know-how of accomplishment. You too can take that similar step in putting your EFT to work, in locating a treasure of any type that really belongs to you. How a dream created a great psychological shock. And you know what? I have already read this. A young woman in San Francisco experienced a recurrent dream for 4 consecutive nights. In her dream, her fiance, who was living in Los Angeles, appeared to her, and quite suddenly a very high mountain which seemed impossible to scale came between them. In the dream, she was deeply surprised, frustrated, and bewildered. She awoke wrestling with the problem and sensing something very wrong and shady. I asked her what the mountain signified to her, as every dream, when interpreted properly, must coincide with the inner awareness and feeling of the dreamer. Moreover, a recurrent dream is very important as it is the intuitive voice of your subconscious saying to you, stop, look, and listen. The word mountain to her meant an insuperable obstacle. I suggested to her that she speak to her fiance about the dream and gain the assurance that there was nothing hidden that was not revealed to her and nothing covered that was not made known to her. Accordingly, she flew down to Los Angeles to see her fiance, who met her at the airport. After heart-to-heart talks, he finally told her, I am a homosexual. I wanted to marry you so that my customers, who are very religious, would not suspect anything. Her dream prevented her from experiencing what eventually would have been great traumatic shock. You too can exercise the same or greater foresight through analyzing the recurrent happenings in your dreams. The reason for her dreams. This young lady had sensed something wrong for some months, but could not put her finger on it. She prayed specifically claiming that the infinite intelligence of her subconscious mind would reveal the answer and that it would be clearly shown to her. Mm, I like that. The Bible says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction. Job 33:15 and 16. Infinite intelligence of her subconscious mind would reveal the answer and that it would be clearly shown to her. There are many types of dreams. There are very variegated types of dreams, some due to sexual frustration and repression, others due to mental and emotional turmoil, bodily malfunction, fears, and religious taboos, reproduction, and a recast of past events or of the activities of the day. However, there are many dreams of a recurrent nature as well as of a precognitive significance wherein you see events before they happen. Many times you are given detailed instructions in the dream state as to what action to take. How a dream revealed to a woman the man she married. A young businesswoman had a dream in which she saw a young man, tall, fair, blue-eyed, and with blonde hair. In the dream, he proposed to her and she accepted. A few days later, she met him when she entered the office where she worked to interview one of the attorneys who employed her. He invited her out and they shortly became fast friends. 2 months later, they were married. Dreams similar to this one are quite frequent as it is not at all uncommon for a man or a woman to envisage ahead of time the person the dreamer will marry. It is possible to tap great intuitive powers by putting your dreams to work, as in this instance. The real cause of this one is practically science. You know that's so real because that actually happened to me. I actually, I actually met my husband, but after I met him, I actually did have a dream that he was the one. This young woman had been praying and affirming every night for the idea made as follows. I know that I am one with God now. In him I live, move, and have my being. God is life. This life is the life of all men and women. We are all sons and daughters of the one Father. I know and believe there is a man waiting to love and cherish me. I know I can contribute this happiness and peace. He loves my ideas and I love his ideas. He does not want to make me over, neither do I want to make him over. There are mutual love, freedom, and respect. There is one mind. I know him now in this mind. I unite with the qualities and attributes that I desire, I admire, and want expressed by my husband. I am one with them in my mind. We know and love each other already in divine mind. I see the God in him. He sees the God in me. Having met him within, I must meet him in the without. For this is the law of my own mind. These words go forth and accomplish whereunto they are sent. I know it is now done, finished, and accomplished in God. Thank you, Father. These truths which she affirmed found their way into her subconscious mind, and having identified herself with the qualities she admired in a man, her subconscious revealed to her the answer, and the man who was the embodiment of her ideal was automatically attracted to her. Extrasensory perception is activated in sleep. When thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee, and when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee. Proverbs 6:22. In sleep, your conscious mind is creatively joined to your subconscious mind. Many good people think that sleep is intended only for rest of the body, but nothing rests while you are asleep, as your subconscious and all the vital processes of your body, though slowed down considerably, continue to function. A restorative process sets in during sleep, resulting in a feeling of well-being due to the fact that there is a restoration of physical energy. Another reason we go to sleep is to develop spiritually. Therefore, it is of paramount importance that we avoid all discordant states prior to sleep. The divinity that shapes our ends is all wise and has so arranged it that man is compelled to withdraw from the world of noise which is not conducive to spiritual unfoldment. Man is divinely guided in sleep. Answers to many problems are given him in the sleep state. Formulas, inventive devices, forms, and contents for many volumes, etc., are also given to him in the sleep state. The contents of many chapters in chemical textbooks and in the engineering laboratories of the world appeared in a dream, in answer to a request of the dreamer, how to invent and discover something new. You may have vague or general idea of what you want to invent or discover, and that is all. The technique is simple. Learn all you can about it objectively, and then in a passive and relaxed state, dwell on a mental picture of that which you wish to invent. Then turn over your mental picture to your subconscious, asking it to complete all details and go to sleep. When you awaken, be sure to follow the hunches you receive. It sometimes comes as an inner feeling that the solution lies in a certain direction or in a certain group of facts. You will find that many times the entire formula or solution may appear in a dream. In such cases, it is wise to have a pencil near you as you sleep, so that when you awaken, you may jot down the impressions that come to you in your dreams. You may be greatly surprised as to what has been given to you in your sleeping state. Some say, I never dream. We all dream. If you don't remember your dreams, suggest to your subconscious before you drop off to sleep two words: I remember. It knows what you want to remember and will faithfully follow your instructions. It is done until as you believe. It is done unto you as you believe. Your dream state may be one of your most positive doorways to psychic perception. Point to remember. The Bible is replete with references to dreams, visions, and revelations given to man when he is sound asleep. Dreams have been studied down through the ages, and in almost every culture, interpreters and expositors of dreams and visions of the night have been employed. Dreams are manifestations of your subconscious mind and may answer your problems symbolically or warn you of impending danger. Your future is in your subconscious mind now, based upon your projected impressions, beliefs, and assumptions. You mold, fashion, and create your own future based upon your habitual thinking and imagery. Your subconscious mind, which never sleeps, is constantly reproducing your mental impressions and affectances. Symbols are personal to each individual and may have a different meaning when appearing in the dreams of another. The interpretation must coincide with your inner feeling. In other words, it must make sense to you. A woman seeking to know where money was hidden requested her subconscious mind to reveal the whereabouts of the money, and it responded in a dream showing the location of the secret place and how to open the receptacle in the wall. The subconscious knows all and sees all. A young lady sensing something wrong about her fiance requested her subconscious to reveal specifically the answer to her, which it did in the form of an extraordinarily high mountain between them in a dream. Intuitively she understood what the mountain was, a formidable obstacle impossible to climb over, and asked her intended about it. He blurted out frankly that he was marrying her as a sort of front to set at rest the suspicions of his customers who were very religious in an old-fashioned way. Her dream saved her from a great traumatic shock. Her fiancé was a homosexual. There are many types of dreams. For example, if you go to sleep very thirsty, you may find yourself in your dreams quaffing large amounts of water. Also, dreams may dramatize frustrations, fears, phobias, fixations, and complexes of all kinds. Furthermore, there are many recurrent dreams and precognitive dreams which reveal events before they happen. Many answers are given to the most perplexing problems in dreams and visions of the night. It is not unusual to envisage your future husband or wife in a dream. This occurs because you have been meditating on certain qualities you desire in your future spouse, and as soon as you have deposited these qualities in your subconscious mind, by thinking of them with interest, it gives you a preview of the man or woman who is embodiment of your idea. Extrasensory perception is activated in sleep. When you go to sleep, your conscious mind is creatively joined to your subconscious mind. The last waking concept you entertain prior to sleep is etched on your subconscious mind, and the latter determines the way the answer or healing will take place. Many times, as you think of the answer prior to sleep, you will find that the entire formula or solution may appear in a dream. It is done unto you as you believe. So, with that chapter, we'll start on chapter 9. I'll read that probably sometime tomorrow. More than likely, it will be later on in the day, or actually, might be sort of kind of this time. Chapter 9: How your psychic mind solves problems through dream impression. Let me write that down over here. Hey, Jojo, thank you for joining. Hey, Evelyn, thank you for joining. Let's see, chapter 9. Let's see what page it is. 106. All right. So I wanted to just comment a little bit on that chapter because that chapter was so much fire, y'all. It actually shared so much about the dream world because many times a lot of us don't believe that we dream because I was one of those people too. It took me a minute to actually connect with my dreams. And so I know that this is real though because um, what I notice is that if I ask a question before I go to sleep, and for me, because I'm a writer, I guess I don't know, but I write it down on a piece of paper and fold it up and put it under my pillow. And I've done that for a lot of things for a lot of years. I really didn't even know what I was doing. I just knew that it worked. I just knew that it worked. So that was the thing. I knew that it worked and, that I could get answers. And so sometimes what would happen is I would dream of the situation or whatever thing is that I was trying to get answers for. I would dream of the situation, and then sometimes the next day or sometimes even the next week, the answer would show up in remarkable ways, is what I'm going to say. Because sometimes it would show up when my patients would say something to me, and it would be the answer that I was asking, or somebody that I work with, even sometimes would share something with me, or sometimes a friend, or even a colleague, or sometimes I would see a post. So what I'm saying is, don't limit yourself to how you receive the answer, because the answers will show up in their own way and they'll show up if you ask for a clear demonstration or ask for it to be shown up and be clear that that is what the answer is, then it will show up for you. Um, I'm super excited about sharing all of this because I love Dr. Joseph Murphy's book. I actually started reading them when I was a teenager, I think. Yeah, started way back then, 40 years ago. I started reading Dr. Joseph Murphy. I started reading Norman Vincent Peale. And then I picked up and read a few more because when I joined Amway, they suggested all these mindset books to read, and Dr. Joseph Murphy was in there with a few more. And I also love Florence Scovel Shinn with The Game of Life and How to Play It. I actually read that one. I think week before last, I read The Game of Life and How to Play It on here. So if you want to hear that, you can go and find it somewhere on my page because it is there. Because I'm super excited about sharing this stuff because, many people don't know. And so many times, if we were raised in religion, a lot of times they're so closed minded. And yeah, that's what I'm going to say about that. People can be so closed minded. And when it's time to awaken and when it's time for you to recognize and realize that God is a huge God, just like people tell us, He's a huge God and He can do all kinds of things. God is a healer, He's a deliverer, He opens doors for us. So I truly believe that as we awaken in this planet and as people begin to open their eyes and they begin to see, what is happening here in our world and begin to realize that the change starts with you, that you want to be the change that you want to see so that you can be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. Because there's so many things in this world, we could talk about problems all day and probably for a week. But who wants to talk about those? I prefer to talk about solutions. I'm not a person that does a lot of drama. I don't deal with drama and I don't like drama. So I don't like to watch drama on TV. But I don't like it in my life and I'm not going to have it there. So if there is a place where there's drama showing up, then what I do is I look at it and see why. And I ask it, why are you here? What is it that you want? Is it something that I need to shift? Is it something that I need to do? Are there things I need to cut out of my life? Are there people that I need to cut out of my life? Are there situations that need to get the fuck out of my life? So if that is something that you consider also, and you're a beautiful lady with a beautiful spirit, join me in my group, Heal Her. Heal Her. It's small, it's just started, but I believe it's going to be a powerhouse in order to help ladies to heal because that's my goal and that's my mission to help people to heal on this planet. And I want to do it in ways that maybe haven't been done before, or maybe it needs to be a shift, or maybe people need to see things in a different way. Maybe it's a perception shift. Maybe it's a spiritual shift. Maybe, you need to look at the big God, big G, not little G, um, and realize that the big God lives inside of you. He lives right here. So as you're praying, pray inward, not upward. Pray inward, not upward. So I'm going to leave you with that. I want to invite you to my Healing Forward Masterclass. It is happening on August 31st at 5 p.m. I'm super, super excited about it. The sign-up link is in the description of the video on Facebook and YouTube. So if you want to sign up, it's going to be a healing and activation. I cannot wait for it. And it's $37. So it's not a whole ass of money. It's just a little bit of something for healing again because I'm going to be giving you amazing healing and activations. And so I'm super, super excited about it. And I would love it if you would join me there. But August 31st at 5 p.m. Pacific time is when we'll do it. And if you can't catch it, you'll definitely be able to get the replay. The replays are available. So again, thank you so much for joining me. It's going to be a blast. I cannot wait. I will be back on tomorrow to read chapter 9 of Psychic Perceptions by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Um, if you are looking for assistance in healing, I do have healing sessions available. I also do angel intuitive readings with affirmations, which are recorded and sent to you so you can play them. They're your particular affirmations for you that came out in your reading, and you can play them on loop. So if that's something that you're interested in, send me a message, comment below where you're watching this. I would love to support you. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on tomorrow. And then I'm also looking forward to seeing you on the Healing Activation Masterclass that I'm doing on August 31st at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So again, thank you for hanging out with me. It's been a blast. I will definitely be back on here tomorrow at some point, and I will read chapter 9 of Dr. Joseph Murphy's amazing book, Psychic Perception. So I hope that this has helped you to look at yourself and also to take the negative connotations off of psychic, because it's not supposed to be negative. And it's so much more involved in that word than people give credit for. And people demonize it so. And I'm here to dispel these myths and here to share with you the mysteries of God. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night, weekend, whatever it is that you're watching, and that when you are watching, that you will hit hashtag replay so that I can um, thank you for watching and actually acknowledge you. Again, thank you so much for joining. And if you want to connect, connect. I was hacked a few months ago, so my page is pretty bare. I don't just have a few people on there. So if you are like-minded and you are loving this work and you are loving spirit, then connect with me. I would love to connect with you. So again, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a blast. Definitely, I will do it again on tomorrow. So have a good one. Bye now. Namaste. No, I would love to get answers for lottery numbers, but I have not gotten those for myself yet either. But that would be a great thing. That is not always, um, everybody don't get those, apparently. But I would love to know those. If I did get them, I would share them. I would share them. But the problem is, if I got them and then I played them, and then I knew they won, by the time I share them, they'll be, you won't be able to play those. But if I'm able to receive the lottery numbers, I definitely will share them, because if it's $20 million and, few, 4 or 5 people get that, then we'll all have at least a few million. That is okay. But anyway, thank you. I thank you for watching. I appreciate you. If you're not subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. I'll be back on again tomorrow, especially to read chapter 9 of Psychic Perceptions, Dr. Joseph Murphy. It's so amazing. I hope that you enjoyed it. And those of you that are coming to watch the replay, hit hashtag replay and tell me how you feel about this content. So again, thank you for joining me. It's been a blast. Bye now.